Most valuable thing I got out of the last 10 months of digital nomading across South America wasn't rest or adventure, as amazing as those things were. It was proof. Proof that I could change my life with action. I know as well as anybody that it takes a lot to pull yourself out of a routine. I think there's just something about the fear of uncertainty and sticking to what you know that makes it way harder than it should be to make change for good in your life. And when I was in my routine last year, paying too much in rent, working too much, not having much of a social life, falling behind in the things that I wanted to accomplish, and not really having any new experiences to mark the days and years of my life as like something new, I felt completely powerless. I just got kind of pushed to the point where I just wanted desperately nothing more than to make a change. That was enough to finally take the chance and do a little bit of travel without knowing where I was going to end up, and to give myself a little more breathing room with my own personal obligations and my work obligations, to be able to have the space to reflect a bit and to experience a bit from all the amazing wildlife and beaches of Costa Rica, and meeting new friends in La Fortuna, to learning tango in Buenos Aires, to going to Spanish speaking parties when I'm intermediate beginner at best, jamming music with people of different cultures and languages, the amazing hikes in Patagonia and Machu Picchu, the connections you make there, people all across the world, all sharing an adventure. It's like like-minded people connecting over the same things, experiencing the acceptance and the artistic cultural connection that supersedes language. I've lived more in the last 10 months than I had in the previous 5 years, to realize that I can do so much with just taking some risk, and meet so many amazing people, see so many new amazing places. It's life changing. It's mind blowing, and it feels so invigorating and empowering. As I close out this last chapter and head to the next, I can feel some of the old feelings coming back in. The weight of cost in a big city, the pressure of work and routine and just daily maintenance as I line up doctor's appointments and deal with taxes and jury duty and all these things that like coincidentally seem to all be coming together as I head back to the old routine, as if to test me. As familiar as that routine feels, and I feel the emotional familiarity of that stress, I just like this weight descending upon me. It's different this time because I have proof. I have experience and fresh and deep rooted memories that tell me that I have more control than I used to think I did. I can change down a path that is proven and safe towards something unknown and find my way. And as I prepare to go back to the routine, to back to be working more and more productivity focused, I can see the contrast between who I was before burnout in that same routine, just grinding, kind of like not even knowing what I was shooting for, totally starved for new experience and connection. I can contrast who I was then to who I am now with these new experiences and this proof that I can do it, that I can take action and push myself through social anxiety to go to a party, to go to an event, and know that I'm going to find people there I'm going to connect with. Being outside that routine, being outside my known culture, it kind of made me pay more attention. It made me kind of take advantage of the situation I was in. And I can now bring that back if I just bring the presence and the agency towards seeking it out. And that feels extremely empowering. And at the same time, with that, I realize because I was so locked in the routine, because I was so kind of single minded, I took for granted a lot of the things that were right next door, like right under my nose. Being in Buenos Aires and experiencing all the amazing artistic sentiment and culture that is inherent there has made me kind of have a new appreciation for Los Angeles and all the amazing different scenes of art and artistry and music, and how rich that is, and how I kind of drifted away from it just for work, just trying to like find the next era. I lost track of that, and now from the outside in, I'm like looking forward to reconnecting with my artistic friends, looking forward to re-engaging with different scenes like music and going to art galleries and taking advantage of that vibrant artistic and ambitious culture that is in the city I've lived in for so long. So as the sun sets on this era of adventure and very present new experience, I know that even though I face some of the old and familiar stresses and pressures that kind of threw me into burnout before this trip, that I'm actually not moving back. I'm moving forward. I know when I get burned out and my world gets small again, that I have the proof to find my way out. And that to me means everything. That's moving forward. That's progress.